What is up, y'all? It is the Blue Line. It's been a while since I came live, so I've been thinking of getting back into streaming and all that recently, and I couldn't figure out what to do. So I'm like, you know what? Why not stream what I always do, making jewelry? So guys, that's what we're gonna do today. I actually just got an order in. Someone wanted to get citrine and lapis lazuli pendant made. So this is a natural African citrine. They just reached out to me. They let me know like what they were looking for, what stones, and we curated these two stones for them. And yeah, so we're gonna turn it into a wire wrap pendant. So let's get into it, y'all. All right, so this is my work area right here. This is where I do all my work. And yeah, so let's get out the tools. Let's see what tools we're gonna use for this one. All right, we got the nylon pliers. You already know, good for straightening out wire when they bend and whatnot. Doesn't scratch them up. Got a nice cutters and all that. Get some of our pliers out. Round nose, flat nose, all of the good stuff. These are actually fairly new, these ones. The Zuron ones. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And you know what the crazy thing is? I'll tell you guys the crazy thing. So I was actually using the same pair of wires to craft everything that I craft to run my whole business, making thousands of pieces. I was using the same set for probably like 5 or 6 years. Yeah, something like that. And those basic ones you get from Michaels, and it was just like a couple months ago. I'm like, you know what? Let me actually upgrade my tools because my hands started hurting. I started getting the trigger finger as well, tool, and I'm like, yeah, I just need to get some new stuff. So I decided to go all in with some high quality stuff. So anyway, so first thing I do is um I just organize everything because I'm working with a small space, and it's just how I like it. I like working in small spaces. And yeah, just place everything out. I'm probably not even gonna use all of these. You know what? Some of these, let me put them back. Taking these out as I was talking. Um, so I'm gonna be working with the 20 gauge copper wire. So hopefully this is gonna be good enough for the pendant. And we're gonna be freestyling all of this. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be making yet. But it's gonna be a pendant. That's all I know. So we're gonna be using these tweezers. These are good for up to 20 gauge. Anything more than that, we use these ones. So let me put those back. And these are good for like stainless steel wires and all that. So I'm gonna put that back. I think we'll probably use these. Alright. The reason why I even took out these big ones, even though it seems like a small pendant, is because the customer did want like a bigger bail on it. So I'm gonna be using this. I'm probably gonna maybe use this end for the bail. Alright. So let's get to it. Oh yeah, so before I do anything, so I already did this off cam, is I make sure I like if I have this inventoried by weight and whatnot, I make sure I weigh it out and get all of those notes down. So when I do my inventorying and my bookkeeping, I know exactly what I'm deducting, all that. So all right, so let's get into it. So I'm thinking like, what exactly should I do with this? So I had a few ideas. I was thinking that at first what I thought was because I'm aiming for all my wraps are pretty like I try to go for that simple, minimalistic look. But this one is a little bit of a lower budget one because I'm working. I'll work with whatever budget my customers have. So at first I was thinking that I was gonna wrap this and then wrap this separately and then attach it and make this hang underneath. Um, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to just wrap them together. So maybe because this lapis lazuli is a bead. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna run the wire through this and then bring it down and figure it out from there. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this because this is the first time I'm trying to stream like this. It's honestly been a while since I streamed too. Alright, so let's get this out. So the thing is, when I get these wires, like I always get them online and stuff, and the gauges sometimes they're a little bit thinner than they're supposed to be. Sometimes they're a little bit thicker. But hey, we work with what we got. So I got a lot of different gauges in this too. So just in case, you guys give me any feedback if you need me to change anything with the camera and whatnot. Like you can leave it down in the comments. Hopefully, like I cropped it to this area. Hopefully, like this area is good enough. I just noticed there's a little bit of a lag too, but it's whatever. Let me see how big of a lag is it between the two cameras. Yeah, there's a little bit of lag, but it's okay. What can I do about it? All right, so how much wire am I gonna cut out for this right here? And I do also measure like how much wire I'm cutting all that, so I can inventory that as well. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. If I'm trying to go this and do it in one go with the one strand of wire, and it is gonna be a little bit of on the bigger side. I know it's a small stone, but when it comes to making pendants, I consider this a little bit like I guess a medium sized pendant maybe. I think I'm gonna go with this much. All right, let's see how much it's actually worth. So I gotta keep all my tools with me. This this desk is actually pretty messy. That's why I cropped it out, or else I'll be like, damn, yo, this guy's a mess. But yeah, this is my work desk. So I got 30 inches right here. So we're gonna cut that off. So this is an approximation. I'm hopefully this is like enough wire. So this is how I usually do it. So if I'm making something and say it's sterling silver or 14 karat gold filled, I will usually make it in copper first and I'll measure everything and then try to remember how I made it. So that way I have the least wastage possible. Because you already know with like sterling silver wire and like with gold wire, what happens is that since it's a precious metal, if I snip say like this much of the wire, right? If I have this much wastage, I can't make anything with that small bit right here. So it gets just wasted, right? And you know, it's like when there's such a high premium on wire, so I can understand on there is like some salvage value to like gold and silver, but the thing is when you're when you're paying such a high premium already on these on those wires, it's just not worth wasting. So you know what? I'm gonna actually have some more tools because let me pull out something else. So I have so these round nose pliers that I have right here, the zero, they're so nice. Well, I love them. But the thing is, at the tip, like if you squeeze too hard, it'll snip the wire. Um, so I have these. These are my older ones. These are the ones from the basic Michael kits that I've had for like 6 years. You know, a little bit rougher to use, but still nice. So what I usually do is when I cut the wire, I usually just rub this, use this at the end of the wire to soften it out, or I'll use this one. I do have diamond files as well that I use. Like I have diamond files, but sometimes it's just more convenient to use uh, one of those, just one of the pliers. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Flatten out one of the ends. I'm working a little bit sloppy right now because like, this is my first time doing all this on stream. I'm pretty sure I've made like years back. I probably made some stuff on stream, but it wasn't like this detailed and whatnot. Hopefully, you guys have a good view. If you guys do need me to zoom in and whatnot, just let me know. But the thing is, like, I can't zoom in, zoom out and stuff. But like, just for the setting, like the default setting, the reason I have it like this is so you guys get like a good area because this is usually like where my hands are moving and where I'm doing everything. So I'm just like smoothing it out because you don't want this to pinch you and so. Because like honestly, especially with fine wire like this, like sometimes I'll be working with wire, and if I don't smooth it out while I'm working with it, it'll like scratch me up, it'll cut me, or it'll stab me in the finger, and I'll start like bleeding and stuff. So yeah, all right. So we got. So let's start this out. And guys, don't be shy in the chat. Don't be shy. All right. So what I'm gonna start by doing is I'm gonna start making the bill. So this is like my signature app. Hopefully I'm not like exposing everything because it did take me a long time to develop. But you know what? I think this nose right here should be good enough for this. But the thing is, I told the customer that I will make it like a big bill. Um, but I'm trying not to make it too big, so like if it goes perfectly with the pendant, and the reason why I said it's a big bill, so they can fit any chain should fit through this, or any reasonable chain. Obviously, if you got like a big rope chain, that's like hip hop rope chain like from the '90s, like the stick, that won't fit through any bill, but your more standard. So I'm just making a loop, like just looping it. You know what? I'm doing such a no. Actually, I'm doing an alright job. It's not used to talking while making things. I don't want this video to be boring. Okay, so you know what? This is around like a 8 mm bead, so I think I might go for five or six loops on the bail. So, so this is what it's looking like so far. I'm trying to think. Should I make it a little bit bigger? My workspace screen? Or do you guys think it's fine? All right. Anyways, let me focus on my work. I think that should be good enough, Bill. I think it's good enough. The next step is going to be to put the bead through this. Then you know what? Like I don't have to be doing all these little touch ups and stuff. You like honestly, you can make it without doing these touch ups. But I like my stuff coming out clean, looking really clean, very nice, very elegant. Oh, bro, I have someone coming and picking up a purchase as well, so I'm gonna have to go on BRB for a few minutes, probably in the next 15 minutes or so. All right, so back to it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna, you know what? Okay, hopefully everything works out. Usually everything does work out on the first go, but sometimes it doesn't. And then gotta remake it. Wire gets wasted, but whatever, you know. It is what it is. The more valuable thing is time. Time. Alright, hopefully I cut off enough wire. And you know the thing is, even when sometimes like say you're aiming for one strand and then something goes wrong, usually I'll redo it, but sometimes it can be fixed by just adding a little bit more wire somewhere to strengthen and reinforce it. Sometimes you need it, you know? Alright. You know what? I just noticed you guys can't see the thing what I'm working over. Oh, you know what? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I'll probably fix it later. It took me a while to set up this whole stream, so I don't really want to make any adjustments right now. Unless I get some requests for it, then maybe I will. But if I don't, it's all right. Okay, how am I gonna set this exactly? All right. I just realized, you know what? The camera would it be better if I zoom in a little bit? But the thing I move around so much, my work area is so big, so I think it's okay like this. But so far, this is what we got here. So the setting is gonna be something like this. You guys see that? You know what? I'm gonna have to get used to the streaming shit. To be honest. Okay. I'll figure out all the proper placing of the cameras and the angling and stuff as time goes on. But for right now, this will have to do. Okay. So I'm gonna take this. Yeah, I definitely have to. I definitely have to fix this and make it so. You know what? I just move it up like this. What am I doing? God. Yeah, it's not gonna be all the way up here. Up here. Yeah, that's perfect. Like this. I think that's perfect. Uh, yeah, I think that's good. This is my workspace. Yeah, I think this is good. Perfect. All right. How am I gonna orient the stone? So even when I'm orienting, what I do take into account is like I want it to lay flat on the person's chest when they're wearing it, so they get the nice display of the front of the stone. Dang. Okay. Let me see which ones. Probably these ones right here. These small flat nose. I think that should be good. Yeah, I got this bright light in my face too. Not exactly used to this, but gonna make do with it. Okay. Okay. this. Cool. Okay, now what I'm gonna do. So, sorry guys, I went a little quiet there. And wire all over the place. So you guys gotta be careful if you're not used to wire wrapping, or you should wear some sort of eye protection to be honest. Cause like the thing is with me, the glasses usually work fine, just the glasses. But there are times where it'll slip through. I'm like, whoa, that was a close one. You know, so you gotta be careful. Cause like when it jabs, when like usually when you if you dull out the ends of the wire, like if it does jab you, it doesn't really do much. But if it's sharp, like I said before, like you can start bleeding and all of that. So you gotta be careful. But you can just imagine if it does that to your finger, imagine what it does to your eye. I don't want to think about it to be honest. Damn. Okay. So far, I think it's coming out along all right. It's coming along all right. Okay. So should I wrap? Should I loop it one more time? Yeah, I think I'll swoop it one more time just to tighten it up a little bit. Take my bottlenose pliers. Just tighten up a little bit from over there. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? What am I gonna do? Okay, I'm just thinking I should start doing right now. I should even tell. It's like the thing is when you wire wrap like this, like you have to literally before making any move, you always gotta think about like if I'm gonna come back around, especially if you're doing these ones and it's like reinforced, you're going you're going down, up, down, up, down, up, however many times, to reinforce it and all of that. I try not to get mine too bulky. I try to only do it like once or twice. And then you gotta also like you have to just calculate everything. And like, what if I bring the wire back? Where am I gonna tuck in next time? Like, what is the, you know, gotta take all that into account. Okay. Okay, hopefully. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Then hey, oh, gotta get the spacing right all the time too. Better to fix the spacing right now before you make any other moves. So that way, when you come back to it, you don't have too much trouble. So this is what it's looking like so far. So far, I think it's looking alright. Looking alright so far. Wrap this back up. And now you're wrapping around the bail. You always want to make sure it's not too tight. It's not too loose, but not too tight. If it's too tight, then you won't get that clean look on the loops, on the series of loops, because some of it will get pushed back, and some of it. Let's see if I can get this right. All right. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to fix my workspace camera. I think I will a little bit because it seems like I'm bringing it a little too high like this. Maybe this is better. Yeah, I think this is better. Yeah. Straighten it out along the way so you don't have problems later on. And I think if you keep straightening it early on, you won't get too many crimples. If you get too many bends, and then you try to take it out, you're gonna get some permanent bends. It won't come out. But if you keep doing like smoothly, just keep straightening, you keep straightening, it hardens the wire a tad bit, but yeah, it keeps it straight. Then keeps it straight. All right. So now let me see what I want to do with this next. Include some of the space in between the wires. Like you see, there's a little bit of a gap in between this. I don't know if I'm gonna put the wire through that or if I want to fix it beforehand and then I'm gonna try to close it as much as I can right now. So I have and even this like you have to really watch how you're closing it. Cause one change here is gonna change something else somewhere else. Because again, it's one strand of wire, right? So if I make an adjustment here, it's gonna change something over here. If I change something over here, it'll change something over here, and then if I change something there, and then it might change everything back there, and then you have to go back and this and that. Hey, welcome, 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 T-Bell. Shouts to Ohio. I'm actually I live near Toronto, so like not too far from the Midwest. But yeah, shouts to Ohio. All right, so this is what it's looking like so far. Get it. I guess this is my first time doing these streams, so I'll figure out the camera placement as time goes on. But that's what it's looking like so far. So again, this is a natural African citrine, and then we have a lapis lazuli. And for the lapis lazuli, I'm actually using a 8 millimeter bead. I try to pick out one that's very blue, has a decent amount of powder on it too. Nothing too crazy. All right, what am I gonna do next? And the thing is, the gauge of this wire is a little thinner, so I'm thinking of how to. The thing is, it is secure, like the bead, but I don't really like when it spins too much. But honestly, with this bead, it's so uniform all around that it doesn't matter if it spins. But say I'm working with something like labradorite, then I will try to fix it a little bit more because like I want to display a certain part of the flash, right? Or if I'm working with any other gem where it has like a very like if I'm trying to show off a specific face of the gem, then I will do that. But if it's something like this, honestly, it doesn't matter if it spins. But you just I don't know, it just feels a little bit more premium when the bead doesn't spin. It has a nice, more elegant sort of feel to it, more solid sort of feel. And also, what I do is to keep all these things in place at the back. I'll make like little, like I don't know what to call this exactly. I'm kind of giving away some of my secrets, but I make like little niches inside. So I try to keep a lot of my stuff secretive, just because like I don't want people copying my style. But I feel like some of these techniques, like people kind of learn by themselves already, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, the person should have been here. Someone's actually coming to pick up some crystals. Actually, show you what they're picking up. They're picking up some like some moldavite. I don't know if you can see it too well over here. Some moldavite, and then a piece of Libyan desert glass as well. But yeah, these ones were specially curated for this person. It's actually a really nice piece. Since I repacked it, I don't want to really take it out. But yeah, they're coming to pick that up. All right. If you guys aren't interested in stones or anything like that, or any of my wire wrap work, or just anything in general, you guys can check out my Etsy shop. The link is in my bio. All right. So what am I gonna do next with this? Okay. Oh, they're here. You know what? I'm actually gonna put this down for a little bit, real quick. I'm actually gonna BRB. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Do this. All right, I'm gonna be right back, guys. Let's run down real quick. Drop this. Speaking, I'm so parched now. All right, I'm back. Hopefully, I wasn't gone for too long. Wait, let me fix the focus on this. All right, I ran, guys. You don't want to be. You don't want to take too long. Take off my socks too. All right. So let's get back to the pendant. All right. Yeah, I've only gone for like about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna tell you guys a funny thing. Hold on. All right. So as I was taking out my socks, I was just gonna say there used to be a time in my life, like a few years ago, where I used to hate wearing like I'd hate wearing closed shoes and socks. So all the way up until winter, even a little bit into winter, I'd be wearing sandals, like flip flops. I'm not even joking. It wasn't until there was like snow, then I'd stop wearing the sandals. But like I need to let my feet breathe. But now I'm at a phase where it's like honestly I don't like going out with sandals too much. I don't really like the contact with the dirt and all that. And on top of that, it's like there's been like an outbreak of ticks here too. And it's just like, I ain't doing that. There was even like probably like a couple times I tried this like walking bare feet from my house down the trail all the way down to the park, all the way to the forest, all the way to the river, and then all the way back. But now I wouldn't ever dare to do that now, cause it's like I said, so many ticks, like it's so bad. I'm pretty sure if I walk through the forest with bare feet, like, hey, GG's. Okay, how am I gonna? Okay, now maneuvering this. How am I gonna maneuver this? So, oh, what? I really want to get in between there. Whoa, this is like one of the worst parts. Damn, bro. You know what I make still? I talk to myself a lot when I make while I'm making these. So usually what I do is I'll just I watch stuff while like I'll play something on YouTube or I'll watch like a stream or something while I'm making jewelry and I'm just like I've been doing this for years. Making jewelry and just watching random stuff while I'm making myself. Man, I might as well just start streaming and stuff when I'm doing. But there's always like, yo, who's gonna wanna watch that? You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, who cares? Like, I need to stop thinking like that. Like, who's gonna watch it? Da da da. Just do it. Something different to do. So right now, this is what I got so far. Okay, hold on. Let me. So what I got so far up here. So I'm trying to fix up this right here towards the top. So what am I doing? What am I doing with this? The thing is, I want it to lay flat. I don't want too much too much curviness towards the back. Like I want it to lay flat, and even if it doesn't lay completely flat, the thing is, I just want it to not like completely tilt to the side while they're wearing it. Like if it does it like occasionally and then flip back, that's fine. But orientation is everything. Okay, you know what? Okay, 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 okay. Think I can do that. Okay, 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 okay. It's coming out nice. Ooh, it's coming out nice, nice. That's a good one for the stream, eh? Dang, while streaming, am I eating? Am I eating? Ooh. All right. So this is what it's looking like so far. I'm feeling quite proud of myself. Cause honestly, at first, like this wire, this 20 gauge wire that I'm using, it just feels thinner than the other one I use. And at first, it was like really, really like flimsy. Like you can see this is flimsy stuff, but now it's like firm. The way that I wrapped it and everything. You see this? And here's another thing: when you buy wire wraps online, a lot of times they look nice, but they're flimsy in real life. That's why me, I make sure that because I do not want any sort of complaint. I want to make sure when like when the person gets yes, like, it has like a firm, secure feel to it, and it'll last them, possibly a lifetime. And yeah, I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to these things. That's why sometimes honestly I spend hours making one thing. I'm spend hours doing touch ups, and then I might take it all apart and then redo it. Um, Now the thing is it gonna sit flat? Here's another thing too. Yeah, I think this is gonna be all right. I think this will be all right. But yeah, there's a lot of calculating too, and you guys probably saw just in the beginning. Sure, maybe taking. I actually did take it before pick up the stones. But like, guys, it, you saw like it's a rough stone, you know. Not it's not like completely. It is a nice formation, but it's not even a completely like 100% clean sort of perfectly terminated. Yet when you wrap it, it's so beautiful, and my aim is when I wrap, I'm trying to have maximal display with a minimalistic design, minimalistic wire. Cause I know a lot of times with wire wraps, people go all out with the wire. I don't like that. Personally, I don't like that because when you go all out with the wire, they tend to look the same. No hate to those people; they're extremely talented. I probably couldn't do anything like that. But when you keep it minimalistic, but at the same time have full display, while at the same time have full security, while at the same time have full firmness, very rare. I, and I think that's what really makes these unique and why people really enjoy my pieces. God willingly. Um, okay. I'm thinking. Do you think I should rap? No one really to ask right now, but anyway, just for the sake of asking, do you guys think I should put like more rings underneath of copper or at the top? I think it looks nice from the bottom so far. It's just that I think if I add more, it might make it. Wait, you know what? Let me try this. The only thing is, I just don't want to add too much to the point where it starts getting flimsy again. Like I said, it's just a fine balance when it comes to this stuff. There's always such a fine balance. Okay, you know what? Damn, I don't know what to do here. Damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ooh, we honestly such a it's the best feeling when you make something and it comes out looking nice, and not you just don't make something, but has a nice, firm, elegant sort of clean like look to it. Like, oh, I made that. I made that. Well, technically, well, kind of, you could say I made, but at the same time, just God delivering it through my hands, like the hands that He gave me, He using the skills that He gave me, He using the material that He gave me. All right. So at the end of the day, did I really make this? Or did God make this? God did. All right. So I think we almost done. I think we almost done with this. Okay, not bad. Stream's been 50 minutes. There was a 5 minute break in between. And now, who knows? I might finish this in the next 5 minutes. I might take an hour with it. Who knows? Because these end parts, this is where things really get like. I'm gonna try not being too ADHD with this, because like, what will happen is I don't want to over. As I was saying that, I think I almost overdid it. Don't think I don't. Did I overdo it? Did I overdo it? No, I didn't overdo it. Just want to keep the look clean. Don't want to overdo it. Don't want too much bulk. But at the same time, don't want it flimsy. And like I said, there's a fine line between this with bulk and flimsiness. Because at first it's flimsy, then you add wire, and then you do certain things, then it becomes firm again. But if you add too much wire, it can become flimsy again. Okay. Okay. Come on, nice. Guys, we're getting closer to the end. Let's go. Let's go. Ho, ho, ho. You guys see that? Like, throughout, like, every step you wouldn't even think that'll come out this clean. Like, you would never think that. Cause it looks so bare throughout the whole process, and then, oh, so satisfying. So satisfying. Let's go. Let's go. And honestly, it's like when I'm making this, I don't even think I never imagine actually coming out looking so nice. Like I have something in mind, I'll aim for it, and then what I get, it's like, oh God bless you, God bless. Now I'm seeing at the bottom, there's a little bit of gaps in between. Some I like them nice and snug together, but like I said, you change one thing, you might mess with a lot of other things. I think it's good like this. Honestly, I think it's good like this. Towards the bottom. This is the best we're gonna get right now. Okay, okay, okay. I wonder if we can finish it off within an hour. Let's see. Because, like I said, this was actually a low budget one. So, I'm the best. High budget, low budget. Honestly, with like, when it comes to like perfectionism and whatnot, it doesn't matter what the budget is. You just want the best for it. It's actually good that I went with this one. Because I was thinking of another one when it was a little bit of a higher budget project. Another design. But this design, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh, now I'm not gonna. And there's also this part where it's like you want to kind of orient everything together perfectly, but at the same time you don't want to mess with everything too much. Things good, things good. Damn, why is the chat on my phone so delayed? I wonder if my chat's even working properly. On my laptop it's coming out fine, but okay. Okay. You know what? Do I wanna I'm trying to think if I should wrap it like if I should wrap it inside more inside the bill. I don't think I think one more thing. No, you know what? I think it's fine like this. Actually, it looks very clean like this. Yeah, so I think we're gonna finish it off over there. So, and with my flush cutters now, even when I use flush cutters, like I'd always recommend people like get some flush cutters. They're just so convenient, or else you're gonna spend so much time filing the end, and a lot of people don't even file that, and they just leave it like that, and just like it's gonna get caught in people's clothes. Like whoever ends up buying your thing is gonna get caught in the clothes, gonna scratch them up. Like why would you want that? Okay, so get and even with the flush cutter at the end, you still want to dull it out a little bit more the end of the wire, and also when you're getting flush cutters, like I said, um you should get so the specific flush cutters for certain gauges of wire. So this goes up to like for soft wires, like soft sterling silver, copper wires and stuff up to 20 gauge. Anything above that, you're gonna want to get the next pair. So, but yeah, and then if you're using even thicker gauge, you're gonna have to get a next pair, and especially for like stainless steel wire. Stainless steel wire is brutal. I was using my basic micro cutters that I used to use for everything. I'd use that on the stainless steel. Stainless steel wire is tough to cut. I'd have bruises on my hands. Like I literally have like purple bruises on my hands when I used to make sterling silver wire or stainless steel. Stainless steel is the most difficult to work with, but it can be a nice alternative to sterling silver. 'Cause other than that, you get tin copper, which is like that silver copper, but that it can the coating can wipe off over time. All right, or the plating. So wait, did I put my flush cutter back? Why did I do that? Sorry. Okay, we're at 58 minutes. Honestly, I could have finished this within an hour, but it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. So I think I'm gonna just cut it this much, leave a little bit of it. We got a nice flush cut. Okay, use some bottle nose, but these or some old bottle nose. And it depends on even what company you're using. With these ones, micro ones, they have little ridges on them, so they kind of help like dull out the end. You can actually dull it out. So, but with some, you're just gonna move it around the wire, and it's not gonna do anything. And again, you can also use diamond files. Try avoiding those a little bit, just because these are more convenient. But thicker wire and stuff, or when you get into more complex work, expensive project, then we use a diamond file as well. With this thinner gauge wire, it actually works out pretty good. But even with the flush cutter, like I said, it can give you that flush cut, but the edges still might be a little bit jaggedy edges. Like the edges are sharp since it's a flush cut. You get like and you want to smooth those out a little bit. Smooth those out. Smooth those out. Smooth those out. Smooth them out. Like I said, take your time with it. Don't underdo it, but don't overdo it as well. Enjoy the process. And you know I like custom projects because like I'll make things that I normally wouldn't make. Like I wouldn't ever really think of making a citrine and a lapis lazuli sort of. Oh, actually, this is a good face for the lapis lazuli. I wanted to, a little bit of the pirate towards the front. It looks nice like this. It was good. And you see, at first, remember I was saying I don't like when it spins. The bead spins when it's like I like it. Even if the thing if it spins too easy, like I don't like that. If it, even like just a little bit, tad bit, if it spins, like you have to press it a little bit and do it. That's fine too. But this is like set. Like this doesn't even spin the bead. So I was saying, would I make tutorials? I probably wouldn't, just because my things would be way too long. And then on top of that, I don't really want to give out all my secrets. 'Cause I think it's really important for people to kind of develop their own rapping a bit. Like watch some basic tutorials so you can get the gist of it, and then from there try to do everything without like any tutorial, just freestyle until you start developing your own techniques and stuff. Because that's where your voice is really gonna start shining through in your own, your style, your taste, your flavor. All right, so and like I said, remember, I'm like, I could be done this in the next 5 minutes, or might be in the next hour. So these ending, towards the ending, like, especially like dulling out the thing, I spend a good amount of time on that because the last thing, like I said, is I don't want it to get caught in someone's clothes. And then, you know, I've had that problem, like, with my, I have a ring and stuff. I remember the prongs, the ways that they were, they get caught in everything. And it was like, and the worst is if it gets caught in someone else's clothes or, you know, like, or gets caught in linen, stuff like that. Like, it's annoying. Took it to a jeweler, got them smoothed down, helped a lot. The thing is with jewelry, if you're wearing it all the time, even I was tripping out a little bit. I'm like, but yo, that's like a big fraction of what it costs actually, like to get repaired or to get alterations. But it's worth it if you're wearing something every day, or it's a big part of you. It's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. You can skip out going out for a meal, shoot, every now and then, and save that money that way. If you're really like tight on money and whatnot, just like uh, not repurpose, but alright, I'm just yapping at this point. Okay, you know what? I think that's good enough. Now it's time to tuck it in. So what we got right here. So you see this little bit? That's what I was smoothing it out a little. I'm still gonna smooth it out a little bit more. And then we just kind of twirl it in. Quality. That's what we want. We want quality work. All right. So, but anyway, when I was thinking of doing the stream, like maybe there would be people that just like, cause just like how I am, like I'll be making things and I'll just be watching stuff. It'd be nice that it's like, oh look, Blue Line's making some stuff and I'm making some stuff too. Let me go watch a stream and we'll make stuff together. Type. Cause honestly, I don't see too many jewelry making streams. Like I'll see like these auction streams and stuff like that, jewelry auction streams and stuff like that. And, and also when it comes to like demographics and stuff, like um, I don't really see too many people. Honestly, I don't see too many guys doing jewelry making and stuff. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys out there that make jewelry and stuff, but it's like maybe they're intimidated. To, yeah, it's something. It's not something to be like shy or insecure about. Like, bro, I do this for a living. You know what I mean? I'm an artist. Google me, Google me. Nah, don't Google me, but you can now with AI and whatnot. But AI gets some like it gets some BS too. Like, you know what I mean? If you ask about yourself, Some of the stuff is just like, wow, that's really me. But okay, you know what? Maybe it looks better over here. Get that blur out. Okay, you know what? Let me try this. See, I don't want to move around my cameras too much. Cause I don't want to pull the cord by accident and then mess up the stream. Okay, you guys see that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now let's try it over here. Here. Let me actually go full screen now. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Beautiful. So again, let me get my face out of this so I can focus. So come on. Okay. So again, this is a Lapis Lazuli at the top, and then we have a natural African citrine, and it just looks so beautiful. Wow. OMG. What's good, sweet pea? Oh my god. This came out so good. I'm so happy with this one. Oh, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. You know what? This light is bright as hell, bro. This light is pretty bright too. But if I don't keep a light on, it gets all grainy and whatnot. Okay. Wow. It looks so much better in person. It looks so much better in person. Like it looks so much better in person. You know what? If I stream from my phone, it'd probably be so much clearer. But okay, yeah, that's nice. Okay, okay. Come on, come on, come on. But like I said, in person, it just looks amazing. I'm debating if I should take the camera off and then bring it down here. Okay, okay, we can do that too. I'll make note of that. So the amount of time that I spend making is probably the same amount of time, or I may be spending even more time just looking at it. I'll put it down. I might go do something, and I'll just keep admiring the piece until it's gone. Oh my god! And the thing is, since it's already a custom piece, the person already kind of paid for it and whatnot. Like usually, I'll make a piece and then I'll do a whole photo shoot for it, and then I'll post it in my shop. I don't really post too much on Instagram because I don't know why. I just don't. You know, I have like 20, 30,000, maybe even up to 100,000 like photos and videos and stuff of all the stuff that I've made and of my crystal collection and all that. And I just don't post it on Instagram. It's like, no, you know what? Like, oh no, I shouldn't post it. Maybe I should wait a little bit and then make an edit of it and this and that. Yeah, the bill. So the bill, I tried to make it a little bit. I try to make the bill a little bit on the bigger side. Just cause like the customer wasn't purchasing um a chain with it. So I want them to be able to fit any of their chains. It honestly came out so nice. And now this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Let me take a picture of this and then do them a side by side. So where I actually take my photos is this is where I take all my product photos. See down there, over my shoulder, right there. That's where I take all my product photos. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. Sometimes I do them in natural lighting too. But I got that little light box. I got that IKEA lamp too. And then I got this ring light that I use, but right now I'm using it to stream. So what I'm gonna do over here? Oh snap! So let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So what I'm gonna do is see that. Hold on. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna open up this app. Wait, let me show you what I'm gonna do. I use this collage app just because even when I'm sending photos to when I'm sending photos to customers, like I can put everything in one and just send one picture. So different size of the crystals and all that. Let me actually do it before and after so you guys can see. Obviously, this picture that I just took of the pendant right now isn't the highest quality because I didn't take it at my photo booth. But all right, all right, guys. So this is what we got right here. Before and after. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of how it came out. Looks crazy, eh? Like I said, it looks a lot better when you take the picture of the phone versus the webcam that I'm streaming with. Like, wow. And honestly, the whole process of like taking photos and all that is part of the craft. It's part of the craft, and I love it. I definitely love that part too. But yeah, so think we're gonna leave it at that. So I might actually do another stream in a little bit, playing Overwatch. I don't know if y'all game and whatnot, but I'm probably gonna do some Overwatch streams too. I play on console on PS5. And yeah, so I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna take some nice pictures of this piece, send it over to customer, ship it out, and they actually just put in the order just like a couple of hours ago. So fast turnaround time. Um, I think curating the stones took a little bit longer than actually making the pendant. Um, but yeah, like I said, I'm really happy with it. Hopefully, customer loves it too. We send it out; they'll have it within a few days. Um, and yeah, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I'm gonna do more jewelry making videos and whatnot. I might even give some behind the scenes of like my business and all of that. Definitely check out the Etsy shop. The link is in the bio as well. I sell some of my own work. Also, retail some stuff. A lot of crystals up there, especially like moldavite, Libyan desert glass, tektites, and things of that nature. Pseudo tektites, the Colombianite, ugly manatite, all that good stuff. Some other rare stones too. Got some Canadian minerals as well. Got some. I recently started going to some gem shows around here. Got some nice Canadian display minerals and all that. If you guys see anything in the shop, come and holler at me. I can hook you guys up. And also, if you don't see something in the shop, but you want to see something or you're interested in getting something, I got a big collection. Honestly, I got like thousands of stones. I do got a lot of the same stones. I ain't gonna lie, I got a lot of moldavite and stuff and stuff like that. A lot of Libyan desert glass and all that. And but yeah, definitely, I can definitely pull something out. You need a custom piece made or anything like that. And yeah, and it was great meeting you as well, Sweet Pea. Thanks so much for contributing to the chat. Really means it means the universe to me. It really does. Like I said, it's my first live stream doing jewelry making. So yeah, it made me really happy to see people engaging and all that. And hopefully I was engaging too. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I said, I'll do another stream probably soon of me gaming, and yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. So until next time, it is the blue line, and I am out.